YouTube. Okay, so it's Cameron Dubos here, and I kind of want to start this video off by saying that I haven't done a video in forever. Forever not meaning like ages or infinity or anything, but I haven't done a video in probably like 2-3 months. So I want to start by making a deck that I actually knew a lot about. It's taken me a little while to actually get a good build. Since Long Beach, I've kind of liked it a lot more. I tried it right before Long Beach with a decent amount of tech support, and it didn't work as well for me. I mean, I was losing to heroes, and it kind of pissed me off because I'm still kind of losing to heroes, but that's what a side deck's for. And so I kind of just wanted to, I want to get as good as I could with the deck. So I want a locals or two with it, and then I was just like, all right, I got the build. So the deck I'm gonna be playing is Inzektors. It's not regular Inzektors like most people would put. I'm playing the Zeta Caliber build with 2 hoppers. I'll go ahead and get all the monsters and everything separated. Most people don't like the Zeta Caliber build. It's inconsistent is what they say. They say it doesn't have the combos, it can't spam as fast, it doesn't work as well, but I played 15 matches against a regular Inzektor deck that's not very different from this. It's 5 cards difference, guys. You play the exact same cards except for 2 hoppers and 3 Zeta Calibers, which really isn't changing the deck too much. There's a large monster count, a high magic and trap count, and then the traps, obviously, this format, you don't play too much. I guess we'll obviously start with the staples and everything. Play 2 Giga Menace. Most people don't like 2 Giga Menace, but seeing as you tend to drop pieces, hoppers, or just hornets, or just dragonflies, Giga Menace kind of gives you that extra attack just because it confuses the shit out of your opponent. If I go dragonfly and I go effect, they go negate with Valor or something, or Phoenix Chain. Not even Phoenix Chain. Phoenix Chain wouldn't really matter, but if they go Dragonfly, they go Valor as soon as I hit the field, or if I have Dragonfly's effect, if Giga Menace is the only card in my hand, I go Dragonfly's effect. If they say Valor it, then you just go drop Giga Menace, because that's Giga Menace's effect. That's not Dragonfly's effect. So now you still got a 2400 beater, they lost their Valor, and nothing really happened. So that's kind of why I like playing 2 Giga Menace. Most people don't realize that his special ability from the graveyard only activates once per turn. So where you have the combo where you go bam 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 and then you try to like super spam Hornet from grave again, you can only do it once, so it only works that first time to overlay for the whatever you make, the Leviathan or whatnot. It only works once, so you have to kind of be aware of that. If you try to do it twice, people will call you out on it, and it's kind of embarrassing once you realize you mess up with your own deck, especially one that you're good with. So I play 1 Summoner Monk. Actually, I'm gonna go through the Inzektors first. Let's go ahead and get this over with. Oh shit. Oh, it doesn't really count. Okay, so I play 2 hoppers. It kind of gives you the extra cards that you need if you happen to draw this combo first turn. It was ruled in YCS Long Beach that if I go Dragonfly, equip Hopper, and I go first before you even get a turn, I can activate Hopper's effect. I just cannot declare an attack because I can't go to battle phase. I can't attack you first turn. So I basically give my monster the opportunity to attack directly, but I can't. So I just go Tribute, Special Centipede, Centipede's effect, Hopper, Tribute, grab Dragonfly, Zen Mains. So that's the combo I was looking at. But there's a lot of other options. Hopper's it gives you that extra guy because they destroy the shit out of your Hornets. They do not let a Hornet stand that grave. And if they do, they are a failure as a duelist. Not necessarily a failure as a duelist. If they don't have stops to what you can summon or what you can special, then they're going to lose their game because there's so much destruction in this deck. 3 Centipedes, 3 Dragonflies, 3 Hornets. That's staples. The 2 Giga Menace, as I was saying earlier. And then, like I said, the 2 Inzektor hoppers. I'm not gonna lie. There's been times when I went Hopper, and then I went equip this, and then I just started ramming the shit over Ryo, and it was pretty decent. I was like attack over Neos Alias, attack over Ryo. He tried to do something, so I judgmented, and it ended up winning me the game, that judgment. But it's kind of like if I happen to have these 2, yeah. If I have these 2, it's okay. If I have these 2, it's really good. And if I have these 2, it's really good. So it's like I can draw pieces and it's okay. But obviously I want my combo pieces. So 2 hoppers. I wouldn't say play 3. It kind of gets dead after a while because you don't need. He doesn't have an effect as if, like the Dragonfly and Centipede, if the card that is equipped to this is sent to the graveyard, it doesn't have one of those effects. It just has the, when this card is equipped to a monster, you can send this to the graveyard. That's the only effect it has. So 3 Hornets, 3 Dragonflies, 3 Centipedes, 2 Gigamantis, 2 Hoppers. And I'm going to get to my other Inzektor card that I decided to take right before the turn. I legitimately put in 2 Hoppers and 3 Zeta Calibers right before the tournament. And this is the only other Inzektor actual card in my deck. I'm not really going to stress too much about this card, but I am going to go into detail. Equip only to an Inzektor monster, gains 800 attack and defense, and when this face-up card is sent to the graveyard, it doesn't have to be equipped to an Inzektor. Target one Inzektor monster in the graveyard and add that target to your hand. So it basically says, if I have this, and they get over Dragonfly, add my Dragonfly to hand. Okay? The only way they're not going to get that Dragonfly back to my hand is if they MST it first. And that has to basically say that I have no Inzektors in my graveyard when this hits grave. Because if this hits grave, when it's face up on the field, when it hits grave, I'm going to add an Inzektor from my graveyard to my hand. Basically. And that's why I like the effect that it says when this face up card is sent to the graveyard. It doesn't say when this card equipped to an Inzektor monster is sent to the graveyard. Because if it said that, it would be kind of boned. I've been in my sleeve or rip. Zeta Calibur actually came in a lot of handy. I ended up doing an OTK move against my buddy. It was really random and really bonky as shit, I'm not even gonna lie. Imagine this, he's at 6,400, I activate a card and he saw in Judgment, so he's at 32. He makes Leviathan after destroying the shit out of my field, leaves me with 4 cards in my hand. The cards he leaves with me, 1 Gigamantis, 2 Hoppers, and a Zeta Calibur. He's at 3,200 and I won that turn. If you don't see what I did or whatnot, I'm about to tell you because this combo is pretty stupid, I'm not going to lie. This doesn't matter, this can be any Inzektor monster, it does not matter what this is. So I went Summon Hopper, I went Gigamantis' effect, Zeta Calibur's effect to put him at 3,200. And then I used his effect to equip Hopper. Then used Hopper's effect to let him attack directly for 32. Game 2 against Inzektors, and he had a Gorz in his hand, and he was at 3,200 life points with a Leviathan on field. And I couldn't even believe that I just OTK'd. I didn't OTK him, but I can't believe that I took his life points down like that. It was retarded. Okay? So that was a combo I got, and it was kind of like he just threw his hand out there. There wasn't too much more that he could say to it because, I mean, I just attacked directly over your Leviathan and you had a Gorz in hand. It's like crap. So what do I do from there? The 3 Zeta Calibers. It's kind of needed. It makes Centipede 24, makes Hopper 25 if it's just this and Hopper. If I draw this, Centipede and Hornet all in one hand, I'm loving it. Not gonna lie, because I'm gonna go equip. I'm gonna go Centipede, equip Hornet, equip Zeta Calibur, blow up Zeta Calibur with Hornet, add Hornet back to hand, search twice, because there's 2 equip cards sent. So I'm gonna go add Hornet, add Dragonfly, add Gigamantis. There's the combo I want right there. Off of this, Centipede, and Hornet. And that leaves 3 cards in my hand, plus the 3 I add back. Okay, so I'm in the staples. 2 MSTs. It's always side deck a 3rd. Monster Reborn, Foolish Burial, Book of Moon, Heavy Storm, and Dark Hole. And then I play 2 Pot Dualities. I special way too much to have 3. But if I don't play, I'm not gonna lie, there's sometimes when I kinda wanna trade this out for something else. But it's kinda needed. You draw bits and pieces everywhere, and if you happen to get, slammed up against a wall, Pot Duality is really good for that top deck, Dark Hole, or that, set the Torrential or whatnot. Whatever you have to do next turn. Not so much good right now in this deck, but it's good setting up, especially if you draw it first turn. Like if I draw these 2, obviously you know where I'm going. I'm just gonna ditch it, but I'm about to get to that anyway. Let me get. So that's the spells. I'm gonna go back to the little bit of monster list. I play 1 Summoner Monk and 2 Armageddons because I can't stand getting rid of my spells and traps. With these 3, it actually basically gives Summoner Monk extra cards to ditch. So I could play a second Summoner Monk if I really wanted to, but there's really no point. Not to mention Summoner Monk can summon Hopper. And then Hopper can equip Hornet, blow up, make Utopia, attack over. That's only if you already have a Hornet engraved. So Summoner Monks, Armageddons can send Gigamanus, Hopper, Hornet, anything you want, Dragonfly, anything. I play 1 Gores, 1 Dark Armed, 2 Veiler. It's kind of needed. I've played 2 Veiler ever since I had 2 Veiler. I think I'll say that once or twice before. But anyway, that's Super Sangan. Sangan's really needed in this deck. I especially love when your opponent thinks that you set like a Dragonfly or something really retarded first turn, and they go all out to destroy that 1 card, and they realize it's a Sangan, and then you just go to searching, and they're just like, okay. That's happened a lot. I've just like set, and I set 2, and then they go all out to get my backfields, and when they finally flip the monster up, they've gone -3, and I've gone -2, and then I go +1. Loving it. Okay, so not gonna lie, Super Armageddons are sexy. So that's the monster list. Gone through the spell list. I guess that all that leaves is the traps. Guess y'all want to see that too, huh? Someone's telling me to add a 3rd Call of Haunted. I'm not so sure I'm gonna do that because the deck's kind of stable as it is. But a 3rd Call of Haunted would not be bad. There's times when Call the Haunted doesn't really do me any good though. I'm not gonna lie. I kinda want spam from my hand. And then I guess Call the Haunted's there in case. Cause I can't stand like me wanting Call the Haunted activated from my hand and it's in my hand. Like you summon something and you have Call the Haunted in the same turn, like I summon summon Dragonfly, and then I'll stop it, and then I'll just be like, okay, I'm gonna set my Call the Haunted now. My Dragonfly's dead. Oh well. It's not too bad, but it's not too good, because you kind of get that Dream Crush feeling like, hey, I'm just sitting on a Call the Haunted. Love Call the Haunting, an Armageddon Knight or a Sangan when they try to destroy it. I'm not going to lie, it just thins your deck out real quick. Sangan plus is hard, and Armageddon just destroys. I'm not going to lie, like, if I have 1 Armageddon engraved, I got 2 Hornets in my graveyard. I go Call the Haunted, bring back Armageddon, put the 3rd Hornet in there. Armageddon goes to grave. And then, hey, I'm not gonna draw a Hornet, am I? I hope not. I'll be fucking tripping. So, 2 Call the Haunteds. Like I said, I also play Gores. Inzektors don't really have dead fields much, but I guess it could be good. 2 Torrentials. It's kind of needed for this format. So much specialing going on. You always gotta have an answer. 2 Solemn Warnings, Solemn Judgment, and then a Mirror Force. It's pretty staple traps. I'm not really going to go too much detail about that. I'm just going to go on to the extra deck, which is one of my favorite parts. Worked very hard on my extra deck. And it's right here. I played 2 Utopias because, I had extra space for a second Utopia, so I put it in there. Acid Golem. It's a badass motherfucker. Zenmain's badass motherfucker. Leviair, it's a badass motherfucker. Two Leviathans, badass motherfuckers, excuse me. And then I got a Giga Brilliant. And then there's my eight XYZs. And you're actually gonna be pretty shocked that I'm playing 7 Synchros, because I barely ever make them, but they're needed. And I'll tell you why in a minute. But 2 Utopias, it's for the Summoner Monk Armageddon combo. It's also for Hopper. I don't play Mind Control, but I do play Monster Reborn, so I can go Hopper, bring back your Ryo, overlay. Bam, there gives me my light. I don't really need lights, but I guess in my side deck's kind of fucking bunk. I got like 13 actual side deck cards, and I got 2 extras, so I put in a BLS. And that's only because my buddy says it works, and you never have to side deck. And he's right, I didn't have to side deck once, except for against Lightsworns, because Lightsworns are kind of bunky, and they can fucking go off randomly. Because JD's a fucking cunt. Alright, so 2 Utopias, it's pretty staple. 2 Leviathan, it's fucking Inzektors, you need 2 Leviathans. Basically, the 3rd Leviathan is Acid Golem, but better. One of the most retarded cards in the deck. Zinmains. King of Brilliant, one of the most retarded fuckers ever. And then Leviair, you got your dad plays. You got Chain Disappearance on your Dragonfly, Chain Disappearance on Hornet. If they go to Trish or Dark Smog, anything like that, you can just kind of like bring it back, bring the game back. Especially if they get rid of your Dragonfly, you're going to Leviair, Dragonfly, Hornet, blow up, do some shit from there, man. You can do so much stuff with Leviair. That's only if you, and if you're playing in a Dino Rabbit format, it's a lot better card. Alright, so this top card I kind of want to get into a little bit about. I saw a deck list on YouTube. I'm not even gonna lie, I net decked this card. When I was trying to play Inzektors, I was trying to find the best build for the deck. Found 4 or 5 different builds that I liked myself. They were all consistent, they were just slightly different. But the thing about this card is that if I use Birdman, which obviously I guess you saw I don't play Birdman. But yeah, it's kind of weird I don't play Birdman. So now I can't even make them. Okay, anyway, let me get on to it. So this guy basically says, if this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate any spells and trap cards until the end of the damage step. Frozen Fitzgerald. Okay. Once per turn, select one face of the monster your opponent controls and equip it to this card. Relinquish. If this card will be destroyed by battle, you can destroy the monster that was equipped to this card by its effect instead. Relinquished. Does anybody say relinquished in a Synchro monster? Relinquished in a Synchro monster. That can be made by Birdman and Inzektor. A 3-star Inzektor. The card's Underground Arachnid. The card's pretty retarded, guys. It's also 2400. And you destroy the equip card if it's destroyed by battle, so it's just like equip, whatever attack, sweet, you attack, destroy your card, and then equip whatever you just attacked me with. Like, legitimately, I've got over Zenmains, I've got over BLS, I've got over Dark Armed, I've got over bajillion things, man, I'm not even gonna lie. Let's go on to Stardust. Stardust and Scrap, it's just kind of there. I just like my synchros. Stardust is one of my favorites. It's ultimate. It's shiny as shit. Catastor, easily made. It's also a great fucking guy. Army Arms is a good card in this deck. I'm not even gonna lie. You got like a dead Dragonfly or something with Fiendish Chain on it, and you draw a Baylor, and you're just like, well, fuck me. No, don't fuck me, because I can make an Army Arm. Guess what? Frynack, 6-star, staple. And then Black Rose. Black Rose is the only 7-star I'm playing, even though I play Giga Menace. I mean, 7's a lot easier to make than you actually think. Cause if I don't XYZ for level 3, I just summon a Baylor or something. Not to mention Monster Reborn makes a lot of these options possible. But as the number of synchros dwindle down in my extra deck, it seems like with wind-ups I was playing almost like 15 XYZs and like 2 synchros, but with this I can play more synchros than I can XYZs. It's just because I'm not going for the XYZ route every single time. I like to go for stability. My opponent can go off all in one turn, and that's cool because I'm gonna do some badass combo with something like this. And people are afraid of this right here. They're scared, afraid, terrified, whatever. They don't like this. They will cry with this card, and then you go effect, and you put this on there. They don't cry because most people aren't really bitching anymore because it's kind of like dwindled down. But when I used to summon Hornet, they were like, "Oh my fucking gosh!" You know, they really fucking flip shit and rage quit. So now when I do this, they're kind of confused as shit. And then if I equip that, they're just like, "Okay, that's not as bad," but it's still as bad. It's just not as terrible as this special summoning ability. They get really confused because they don't realize that if I do this, and if they Baylor, that's fine. I'm just gonna equip Zeta Caliber and attack. This game makes them an 18 beater, which in any deck is already good. An 1800 beater is already good in any deck. Yeah, I kind of just want to leave it off with saying that Inzektor is pretty good. I haven't tried it too many different locals, but in my locals it does okay. In my locals it does okay. I sound really white, but like halfway in my sentence I slur my words, so. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it off with saying that Zenmains is the nigga. Anassa Golem is the shit. Brian a sexy bitch. And Cameron DeBose is the motherfucker you need to watch. Alright. See y'all later, guys.